And welcome back to Stories from the River. This is your host, Charlie Malouf, and I'm here with the general manager of our Columbia Bloodline location, Mr. Troy Walker.
Hey man, glad to be here.
Troy, welcome to the pod, man. It's great to have you here. Now you've been on the pod before for like solo episodes or snippets, but not sitting down with us for a conversation.
Yeah, no, I've been on, this will be my third one.
Your third one, okay.
Yeah, in a little different things, but yeah, just sitting down and actually just this one-on-one, yeah.
Well, we waited for a pretty momentous milestone day. But we're here, what are we here celebrating?
Celebrating the grand reopening of Columbia, now the Columbia Bloodline.
Now the Columbia Bloodline.
Welcome to Stories from the River, a show in which we go behind the scenes at Broad River Retail.
Troy, this was a really special event because, you know, we've been in this location for 17 years just about. This location has probably been here for 20 years, maybe longer than that. Maybe it was built in 04 or 03. It's one of the original locations. Kind of always had the original look. Matter of fact, when we took it over, it still had like the kids' jungle gym and playground set over there, big dinosaurs and things like that. It had the fountain in the middle that was part of the original Ashley Furniture Home Store design. We never upgraded it to a 6.0. Once we decided, hey, we're gonna be here long term, we're locking down, planting roots here for a long time into the future, we said, hey, it's a big canvas, it's time to take this thing to a 7.0. So what happened here? Take us from like what it used to be to what it is today.
Oh man, so used to this store, you know, we had all this carpet that had been here forever and it was stained up, you couldn't clean it, like it was just, you know, but we had a great visual team and everything still looked fabulous. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it was the best of a bad situation. Mm-hmm. I mean, the store was just outdated and, you know, we were still doing a lot of business. We were, you know, we had a fabulous team. We were growing, we were building. We were changing the culture of the store, changing our name, and you know, really building our brand. Mm-hmm. And then finally, you know, this year we got to do the remodel and bring it back in and come back out, and now it feels like almost like a birth. This is the new beginning. Mm-hmm. Like even though I've been here for a little while, this is just the start.
It is like a rebirth. There's so many threads I want to pull on here. Let's talk about your career first. So you've been with Broad River for how long?
Going on 3 years.
Going on 3 years, and you started in what role?
So I started as a co-GM in Augusta. Mm-hmm.
And you were there for what, about a year or so?
A year.
Okay.
1 year. Yeah.
And then you transferred from there to here?
I did.
So you're going on your second year here?
Yep, in November.
Okay. And what was the identity of this store prior to you joining the store?
So it had an identity, but I almost feel like it was just something that was just thrown together. Okay. You know, it was the Soda City Sluggers.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely horrible to try to say. And I remember the first day I walked in, so they had their picture and it was a baseball bat, but it was on a football helmet. And I was like, this is an identity crisis. And so, yeah, it was rough.
Well, Columbia is known as Soda City, so for whatever reason, but you said, no, we're not gonna have that.
Yeah.
So, okay, what convicted you or convinced you to make the transfer from Augusta to Columbia in the first place?
Honestly, you know, it was Dana. You know, I was doing really good things in Augusta. I mean, we were doing good. Mm-hmm. And I had a good team there and I was happy there, and she was trying to get me to come here and I was like, absolutely not. I was like, I didn't want any part of this. And then
and for what? Why? Why is that?
Well, you know, this store had that reputation of being a funeral home. Okay. Like,
he's going straight for the jugular. Like, being tired, being not a great performer.
Yeah, you know, it wasn't fun. Like you walk in here, it's quiet. It's like, it just didn't fit me.
By the way, that's the first time I've heard that it was known as a funeral home.
No, it was.
But I got you. So it wasn't super energetic. Okay, so Dana convinced you to come here, and so you walk into the funeral home.
Yeah.
And so what are you thinking?
So the way it started it was right after the outage. Okay. They were struggling, and so Dana asked me to come up here and help out and kind of train some new people and things like that.
Yeah, that was around fall of 23.
Yep. And so I get here, and you know, I'm working the floor, and I don't really remember the GM here, but Lance, which is now the sales manager here, he's like, hey man, we can do such great things. I know they want you to come up here. You need to do it. Mm-hmm. I was like, you know, this just isn't my home. And he said, but it can be. He said, I promise you if you'll come up here, he said, it's going to be hard. and it's going to be uncomfortable. He said, but I will be uncomfortable if you will be uncomfortable. He said, and we can do great things here.
Wow. Well, I've never heard of a sales manager recruiting a general manager in that manner.
So,
like, what do you think? What did he see? How did he see it?
So, you know, Lance is a he's a server. You know, Lance loves his people, and he loves to do things for others. And he's seen something in this store that could be great. But he knew as a leader that he needed a support staff. And you know, I always tell everyone, yes, I am the face of the Bloodline. This is my store. But Lance leads this store, and he's always led this store.
Now, let's talk about this conversion to the Bloodline. Why the Bloodline? What is the Bloodline?
So we went through a bunch of different a bunch of different names, and you know, we were trying. You know, at once we were like, let's go with the cartel. That got shot down.
The Columbia cartel.
Yeah, that got shot down, even though it seemed like such a great idea at the time.
Probably a good decision.
Yeah, maybe. You know, what is it? Unanswered prayers.
Yeah,
you don't know.
That's right.
And then so we just stewed on it. We just let it build. And so we brought Brandon Munoz from Northeast Columbia. You know, he wasn't doing fabulous there, and he come over here and just took off running. And you know, we brought a couple of people from a few different areas, and we went through so much together in like a 5-6 month, because you know, we had a lot of turnover, and then bringing in new pieces, it is uncomfortable. It's what we said it was going to be. But during that time, we become a family. And when I say family, I mean like we would go out and have kickball tournaments against other stores. Like we done things together as a family. And so, you know, kind of like a shout out to the wrestling for the Bloodline. Their family's close knit, 3 generations. We were a couple new generations into this, and so we went with the Bloodline for a family tree.
Who are you playing kickball with?
So we set up a game of kickball between this store and the other 2 stores in Columbia.
Okay.
And we're the oldest.
Okay.
And then we're also the most competitive.
Okay.
So we refused to lose, and that was October of last year, and we beat them.
Okay.
And none of us could move for 2 weeks. It was absolutely terrible.
I would have enjoyed that. I think I haven't played kickball in 40 years, maybe.
I probably hadn't until that moment as well.
All right. So now, talk to us about the process of going through a remodel. Like, when did you first learn, hey, we're going to remodel this store, and then let's start there.
So, you know, as coming into the store, that was one of the selling points that Dana was like, hey, you're going to get a new store. And at that time, I believe that we were thinking around February, something like that. It was earlier. And I was like, well, okay, that'd be great, you know? And so I got in here, and when I took over the store, I think that year, I really came in November, so I had 1 month, and then started December and then the new year. But we would, I think the store did about $6 million that year, and it was a silver store. And so I was like, okay, great. And then so as we got to going through it, it got pushed back a little bit. But at that time, we were building momentum, and we were getting our team together, and we were moving, and I was like, that's great. You know, I want to hold off. Let me get 6 months in, that way I can at least get the store to gold status. And so we did, we made gold.
When did you make gold?
July.
Of last year?
Yep.
Okay, so started November, December 23.
Yep.
6 months in, you got promoted to gold status.
And then we were like, it's going to be around December. I was like, okay, great. So then we got aspirations of, hey, we could win store of the year already. And then I was like, man, I kind of hope it gets held off a little bit longer. And I'm like, but here we are in this store, you know, that doesn't look the best. But man, like we had put together a team.
Yeah.
Like it's like the island of misfit toys.
Yeah, yeah.
We didn't work well anywhere else, but together we worked well. And we fell a little short. I mean, it's, you know, some could say we won it, some could say we didn't. It is what it is. But
who got store of the year last year?
I don't remember.
You don't want to say his name? Was it not Greenville? Dreamville?
It might have been.
Yeah, it may have been.
Yeah.
All right, we won't.
No, it was Jeff
we don't
Willis.
talk about that. Yeah.
It was Jeff Willis. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
GM of the year in the Dreamville Drive. Okay, Jeff Willis. All right, so we're back here to 25. You come in there like we got new goals, new dreams, new vision.
Yeah.
And so when did you find out the remodel would actually finally happen?
So we knew for sure going into this year. We're like, all right, it's happening. And it's happening on this date. It's going to start at the end of February, the 1st of March. And you know, in our mind, this is this year, like this is our year. Like we have to destroy it. And there's not going to be any doubt at the end of this year. And so we had to mentally prepare ourselves for what the remodel was. And we're like, hey, it's going to be a little rough for a couple of months, but it's going to be so great afterwards. So we're going to be able to regain whatever we lose during that time. And so the end of February come around, and here it came.
Well, you guys got out to a great fast start, January, February. Not everyone in our company did.
Yep.
So you kind of ran against the trend those 2 months. But then did it trip you up a little bit?
It is everything that you think it's going to be. But yeah, we took off. We knew we had to win January and February. And so we won Yoda in the first of those 2 months.
Oh, wow.
And then the remodel hit, and we're like, okay, this is what we were expecting. The dust, the noise, and all that. But what you don't expect is how much it affects you mentally. And it affects your team mentally. And how exhausting it gets, and how, everyone starts getting antsy, and, like, with high emotions come high emotions. So it was mentally tough.
And it took about, what, 3 months or so?
Yep, 3 months.
Okay, so you're coming into June, you're past it, you got this beautiful new store, then what? Now what's your mindset?
And so now the mindset is, hey, we have to get back on track. We have a plan, we have a goal, let's get it back. And so it took a couple of weeks. We were still kind of struggling coming out of that. We weren't, I mean, most people don't know it because on paper we were still performing, because we're all performers, but inside we were kind of breaking up a little bit. So Lance and I was like, hey, we have to sit down and have a meeting. And we sat down and we worked it out, and we talked everything out, and we was like, this is it. This is how we're going to move. This is what we're doing going forward. So we won Yoda again in June.
All right, so tell me what, like, the guest who's shopped with us before, the old store, they see the new facade, something might be different here, and they walk in, like, what is their reaction?
So it's amazing. It's so good. It's like whenever they walk in, and it's people that's been here before, because they light up. They're like, oh my goodness, this is not even the same place. And they see the bows on the outside. They seen the facade on the outside change first. So they knew something exciting was going on the inside. And whenever they come in, they're just taken away. And then you get to hear stories about their experiences. Not all of them were good before Broad River taking over. So, I think, I don't really know exactly what happened. Today was the first day I'd heard all those stories about this. And so, a lot of people had a little bit of bad taste in their mouth. Yeah. Which is good, though, because we get a second first impression.
Yeah. And what is your favorite thing about the new store, the new 7.0 Ashley store and outlet? What do you love about this new store design?
I love that all of our sleep is in one place. Our sleep gallery is beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. It's big too.
It's big.
40 or 50 mattresses back there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then what would be your second favorite thing about this?
Probably the floors. Actually, it's hard to say a second favorite because it all flows together so well. Like the brightness of the polished floors, the white everywhere, the new lights, the new ceiling, like it all goes together. Like it's absolutely beautiful here.
Yeah, it really does. And we had Cameron on the podcast, and she talked about the different programs that are like Porter and Friends or Mod Max that are in their areas. We've talked about, now we've got a department just for the outlet, merchandise for that. I also like just reclaiming wasted space, like the office space, which is now usable square footage to show more product. Shorten the warehouse, shorten the office space, make it all like let's optimize how much square footage we can use, because that's the most expensive rent we have, right? So, optimizing our occupancy costs. So now you're dreaming even bigger. I mean, you heard some stories for the first time on the way it was 17, 18 years ago. I heard some things for what you want it to be into the future. So what are some of the goals, dreams, visions you guys have for what you want to become here?
So as Stacy said, don't get caught up where you are, because still people don't make things happen. And so even though, one step at a time, we still have to win that store of the year, which is going to happen this year. On top of that, it's so fitting to find out that this store was what expanded you guys out to Broad River. Because I know we have the flagship store where it all started in North Carolina, but we fully intend on being the #1 store in this company.
I love it. And you do a little bit of a subtle, or maybe not so subtle, trash talking or smack talking here and there. What's one, and we did hear predicting, Babe Ruth calling your shot for store of the year. What is one message you want to give to maybe the Bradley Sullivans, the Mitch Dixons, the Jeff Willises, the Josh Stanleys, any other GMs you want to kind of deliver a message? Here's your chance behind the camera.
Charlie, I'm pretty sure they all know. If I haven't told them, They know. I have nothing but the most up respect for, the Bradley Sullivans and the Mitch Dixons. I speak with them a lot, and they're actually phenomenal leaders, and they're really good co-GMs, and they really bring together the culture of what Broad River is. And so, it's not only will it be an honor to beat them, but it's going to be a privilege as well.
And what do you bring to the river, Troy? What do you think you've been able to bring as a general manager and a leader here in this company, and now you're having success, and now people are looking up to you and want to hear from you? What are you bringing to the river?
So, I hope I bring purpose. I do talk, I like to talk a lot of smack, and it motivates the team, because I do run a highly competitive team. But I genuinely love the people that I work with, and I love to see them succeed.
Yeah.
And I love the bond and the culture that I have with my leader and with my leaders in my store and everyone here. And I hope every single day that I can wake up, come in here, and help provide meaning and purpose to their lives.
Speaking to you like last year when Alice crossed, and you and Lance, it was you guys took such great pride in seeing everyone. You want everyone in the store who's in sales to write over $1 million.
Yeah.
And you guys want to win, but you don't want to just win individually. You want everyone to win individually and collectively as a team. Yep. And what does that mean to you to see everyone doing well like that?
It means everything. And yes, Lance did just cross $1 million, a week or so ago, and it was the fastest that it's ever been done in the South. But one of the things that I'm really proud of is what people's not paying attention to is I'm fixing to have about 4 cross all together. And, our goal is $12 million to be a platinum store by the end of this year. And if you math that out, I have 10 HFCs.
Yeah.
With that said, if you math that out, it's 1.2 million.
1.2 on average. I got it.
So it's going to take the entire family to move that needle. And we're going to do it.
Well, Troy, I think what people may not see or know about you, if they only looked at the trash talking, they wouldn't see not just the drive, but the commitment, the discipline, the loyalty to your people, but also like any great leader, what you really do well is you can embrace a big vision, chase a big vision and big goals, and then you can go to work. They talked about you being here at 5:30 in the morning to work with the contractors, to move furniture, working bell to bell, 7 days a week, whatever it takes. You are epitomizing really what it means. And I'm not saying to go work that many hours. You're also taking great vacations. I've seen you've been at the beach, you're going to Hawaii with your wife, and you guys, and also the team is bought in. So you've gotten clarity, you've got the vision, you're modeling what it's like to be in P2I, to connect with your people, to connect with others. You're making others around you better, because you also know that's going to help you get better, because you're going to want to compete with them. So you're doing it the right way, and you're really exuding what it is to be a phenomenal general manager who's furnishing life's best memories for others, starting with your team. So I love that. Love this new store. Love that you have it. Love that you're leading it, and with Lance and with Brandon and with Angel, with Dana and your entire team. So the Bloodline is here to kind of set the marker down, set the flag down, and say, hey, we're going to be the flagship here for the South, for Broad River. We're going to continue climbing and ascending and growing and not standing still. So this is a store on the move. It's a beautiful new store led by a phenomenal leader and Mr. Troy Walker. Troy, turn it over to you for final words.
The only thing I can say is thank you. Thank you, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart. You guys are fabulous. You give me a platform to perform on, and I couldn't thank you enough.
Well, keep shining, brother. All right, that's it for this episode from the Columbia Grand Reopening here on location with Troy Walker, General Manager Extraordinaire. He's calling you out. You guys know who you are. Thanks for joining us every Tuesday or Thursday, wherever you log in and get your podcast content. We try to bring you the freshest behind-the-scenes content wherever you're listening to, on YouTube, Apple, or Spotify. And so whatever the kids are doing these days, liking, following, subscribing, leaving a comment, we appreciate it. We welcome it all. Thanks so much, Troy.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Stories from the River. To check out more episodes, visit storiesfromtheriver.com. To watch this episode, go to youtube.com/@storiesfromtheriver. Join us again next week, and remember to like, rate, and subscribe to the podcast.